As Microsoft gets set to release its new Windows 10 operating system, many people are excited for its new features. This is the first platform, however, that drops something that has become a staple of Windows. Windows 10 will be the first version of Windows since Windows 98 that does not ship with Internet Explorer, as Microsoft gets set to launch its brand new Edge browser. Most people assume today that IE is created simply to provide an internet portal for those who bought Windows computers. However, the creation of Internet Explorer was far more complex than that. This was primarily due to the rise of a small Illinois startup known for creating a free browser that was taking the world by storm. That company was known as Netscape, and this is the story of Netscape Navigator versus Internet Explorer. The battle between IE and Netscape started with the development of Mosaic, one of the earliest graphical web browsers. It was mainly created by someone called Mark Andreessen, a student at the University of Illinois. With the release of the Mosaic browser in 1993, he founded Netscape Communications. The main goal of this company, however, was to sell a much more powerful browser that could theoretically run applications over the World Wide Web on any platform. This meant that no matter the operating system, the application written would always run. Teaming up with businessman Jim Clark, who founded Silicon Graphics 10 years prior, Andreessen renamed the company Netscape Communications and released Netscape Navigator 1.0 in December 1994 at no charge for home users. With the cost of nothing and innovative features, Netscape quickly became the de facto web browser on Macintosh, Unix, and particularly Windows systems, reaching nearly 80% market share in 1996. This, of course, was all a direct threat to Microsoft. Microsoft saw Netscape as an enormous issue for two main reasons. The first is that it meant everyone had free and fast access to the World Wide Web. Prior to the release of Netscape, Microsoft had planned to charge users through its MSN service in an AOL-style model. However, with Netscape making MSN seem obsolete at launch, Microsoft quickly realised it needed to do something. The second reason Netscape was such a threat was that the company behind it marketed the web to be the best place to develop applications. This meant that applications would work the same no matter what the platform they were run on. This was a massive problem for Microsoft, who were determined to keep their monopoly over the desktop computer market. So, in 1995, Microsoft plunged huge resources in developing their own web browser called Internet Explorer. While Netscape Navigator stayed dominant for a couple of years, Microsoft outpaced Netscape in both development and marketing. They also forced PC retailers and internet service providers to bundle IE instead of Netscape with their computers, threatening to stop licensing Windows if they failed to do so, and instead ship their computers with Netscape Navigator. Microsoft also linked Java with Internet Explorer, killing the idea of a web designed for applications, and also forced Apple at the time, who were struggling back then, to make Internet Explorer the default browser on the Mac OS. By the year 2000, less than 20% web share was from Netscape Navigator, and in the next few years, the IE market share reached more than 90%. Netscape development slowed significantly in this time, and with IE completely eclipsing it in terms of security, stability and features, it wasn't looking good. However, this wasn't the end. After a nasty legal battle which found Microsoft guilty of committing monopolization, as well as increasing competition from Mozilla, Google and Apple, who all released browsers of their own, IE market share steadily declined. Microsoft now plans to reinvent its web browser with its new Edge platform. While it's set to become a popular choice on Windows, its development will likely be much more boring than its predecessor, Internet Explorer. Hopefully, that was a bit of tech knowledge.